Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys another episode of Superstars Picks Reviews. And this match, yet again, was picked by Sasha Banks. And the match she picked this time was from Wrestlemania 21, Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio. Well, obviously, in the first episode of this, I kind of alluded that this match had happened, and I kind of talked about the build-up before, but there was a little bit different things that I'm going to say, so I'll just get right into it. So the build-up for this match, pretty much... obviously they had history from WCW. This match took place 8 years after their match at Halloween Havoc 1997, but they had history with each other. And obviously, when WCW was out of business, Eddie Guerrero was already in WWE before WCW had went out of business. He came in 1999, and Rey Mysterio came in um, after it went out of business in 2002. Um, and obviously they had been on opposing sides for when it came to wrestling for the tag team championships. But then they finally started the feud. They had also had a WWE championship match against each other when Eddie Guerrero was WWE champion. But then the feud kind of really started to kick into high gear. Just before WrestleMania 21 at No Way Out 2005. They had won the WWE Tag Team Championships, and that you were pretty much off to the races. They had a series of matches with each other on SmackDown and things like that, and Eddie Guerrero could never beat Rey Mysterio, and it started to frustrate Eddie Guerrero. And his nephew, Chavo Guerrero Jr., tried to start tension by saying that he couldn't beat Rey Mysterio. Eddie Guerrero was frustrated because at WrestleMania 20, he was defending the WWE Championship, and now he can't even beat Rey Mysterio. So, SmackDown General Manager Teddy Long made the match. It was going to be the first time ever. It was going to be Tag Team Champion versus Tag Team Champion, Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero. And throughout this, they kind of like took jabs at each other. They both had like one-on-one matches on separate one-on-one matches on an episode of SmackDown, and they inadvertently cost each other the matches. So pretty much, it was kind of like little build-ups. So then we had the match itself. It opened WrestleMania, and because of the way the match played out, this was the perfect opening match to open WrestleMania 21. We had Taz and Michael Cole on commentary for this match, and we had the match itself, and I really enjoyed this match. I loved Eddie Guerrero coming out in the car. I don't know what type of car it was, but I loved that. And I love Rey Mysterio, how he always came out with like a colorful dynamic. He always had some sort of special event attire on for WrestleMania because you got to go out. You do have to go all out for WrestleMania. And let's talk about the match itself. The match kind of was like um, the match started off with some lockups and some nice head scissors chain wrestling moves. Eddie Guerrero hit a wicked head scissors driving Rey Mysterio right outside the ring, which I thought was really cool. Rey Mysterio hit a head scissors on Eddie Guerrero, and Eddie Guerrero kind of started to lose his cool a little bit, and Rey Mysterio kind of was getting the upper hand, and then he hits a Hurricanrana and he lands on the apron, but then Eddie Guerrero hits a wicked right hand on Rey Mysterio, and Eddie Guerrero hits a dive on the outside, taking out Rey Mysterio, and Eddie Guerrero takes control throughout the rest of the matchup. He gets Rey Mysterio into a surfboard submission, but he has to break the hold because Rey Mysterio almost pins his shoulders right down to the match and almost won the match. And Rey Mysterio would do everything that he could to try to win this match. To try to come back in this match, but Eddie Guerrero would kind of keep keep cutting him off. You could kind of see this was kind of about the same match they had at Halloween Havoc 1997, but it was a little bit different just because they were both baby faces, but then they were both heels. But then Eddie Guerrero was the heel, so they kind of changed up the dynamic a little bit, and the storyline was different now than it was then. So that's pretty much what I'll say. Eddie Guerrero hit a really cool tilt-a-whirl backbreaker on Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio would try to mount some type of comeback. He had a really cool tilt-a-whirl DDT. He went for the 619. Eddie Guerrero countered it into the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Rey Mysterio hit a really cool head scissors on the outside. He hit a really cool corkscrew corkscrew plancha right on the Eddie Guerrero, right on the outside. And he hit the 619. He went for his West Coast pop. He hit it the first time, but then he went for like his springboard hurricanrana, but then Eddie Guerrero counted into a wicked powerbomb that looked really cool. And Eddie Guerrero covered him. Rey Mysterio kicked out. Rey Mysterio tried to Eddie Guerrero hit the Three Amigos. And Rey Mysterio counted it the first time, but wasn't able to counter it the second time. And then eventually the finish comes when Rey Mysterio gets a out of nowhere hurricanrana roll up on Eddie Guerrero, and Rey Mysterio defeats Eddie Guerrero. And Eddie Guerrero, you could tell, was kind of frustrated because it was like no matter whatever he did in this match, it wasn't enough to beat Rey Mysterio. So afterwards, Rey Mysterio celebrates, and Eddie Guerrero gets in the win and shake Rey Mysterio's hands out of a sign of respect, showing that they're still friends. And that was pretty much the end of the match. This match is really damn good, though. I definitely recommend checking out. It probably is one of the top 10, maybe top 15. I'd say maybe top 10, actually. Best opening matches at a WrestleMania. I would definitely agree with that. And it really sets the tone for WrestleMania 21. So I think this is a really damn good match. I'll give it 3 3/4. It's really damn good. But obviously, all that build-up and all that stuff, this match was really more of a build-up because you knew Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio was going to start the feud, and this was kind of the starting of the Eddie Guerrero-Rey Mysterio feud. Eddie Guerrero shortly afterwards would turn heel and double-cross Rey Mysterio, causing them to lose the WWE Tag Team Championships, and his obsession with not being able to defeat Rey Mysterio took over. They had a match at Judgment Day 2005. Eddie Guerrero got himself disqualified. The Great American Bash 2005. They talked about that secret where Eddie Guerrero knew something about Rey Mysterio and his family and his son Dominic. And obviously, if they had the match at the Great American Bash 2005 where Rey Mysterio won, Eddie Guerrero would keep the secret just that, a secret. But then obviously Rey Mysterio won, but because of Eddie Guerrero's lying, cheating, and stealing motto and his catchphrase, he lied and said that he would tell the secret, and he revealed that he was Dominic's father. Then obviously that's when the storyline got wicked stupid, because obviously then they had the custody of Dominic match at SummerSlam 2005, where Rey Mysterio won and got the custody of Dominic, and then obviously they blew off the feud in a steel cage match in an episode of SmackDown where Eddie Guerrero finally beat Rey Mysterio. So this feud really is a good feud, but it started off as a really damn good feud, but then it gets messed up with that whole Dominic crap. So that's what kind of sucks about this. It's also Eddie Guerrero's last featured feud in the WWE because he pretty much in November of 2005, unfortunately, ended up passing away, which sucks. It's a huge loss still to this day to the wrestling business. And obviously then they used this to try to push Rey Mysterio. They had him win the Royal Rumble in 2006 in memory of Eddie Guerrero and dedicated it to Eddie Guerrero. And then he won the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 22. And then obviously Rey Mysterio did his thing in WWE. He was a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion, 2-time Intercontinental Champion. But then eventually in 2014, he left the WWE because he was injured, his body had been burnt out, and he went on to wrestle in independent promotions such as AAA and Lucha Underground. And he just recently, earlier this year at the Royal Rumble, came back and did a match, and was in the Royal Rumble match. Then he was just recently in the Greatest Royal Rumble, and he also has been wrestling for New Japan Pro Wrestling. So Rey Mysterio's had some pretty damn good success. So was Eddie Guerrero. As for where Taz and Michael Cole are, Taz would commentate with Michael Cole on the SmackDown brand until 2006 when WWE bought back the ECW brand and Taz went and commentated there. But then he commentated there from 2006 to 2008 and 2009. I don't remember. I think it was 2008. And then Taz went back and commentated on SmackDown, and then he left WWE and joined TNA in 2009, and became the commentator there until 2015, and then he left, and now he owns his own podcast, which you can listen to on the radio. And Michael Cole has pretty much been the play-by-play guy for WWE, whether it's Raw or SmackDown. He's pretty much the main play-by-play guy in WWE. So that's pretty much where everybody went. As for what Sasha Banks thinks about this match, she kind of said everything about the same thing I said. She was about 12 years old when she watched this match. And she thinks it's the best opening match, um, the best opening WrestleMania match ever. It probably isn't the best opening match of WrestleMania, but that's a matter of opinion. So she can, it's her opinion. So, and then she also talks about how it really inspired her to be even more of an Eddie Guerrero fan, and she utilized some of the stuff that Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio do in their matches and her matches with Charlotte, which you can kind of see some of that stuff. Like she's done the Frog Splash in the Triple Threat match at WrestleMania 32 that also involved Becky Lynch, and she's also done the some of those planchas that Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero have been doing on Charlotte, so you can kind of see the tie-in that with some of these matches. So I think that's nice, and that's pretty much the end of this video. I'm gonna end it off now. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and share this video so people will watch it. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel for more content and click on the bell so that way every time I upload a video, you guys will get the notifications for it. And make sure you guys do the same thing for my CM Brothers and on the Talking Native YouTube channels. And that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.